It is time to act, and act now. Too many Americans have died for this to go on any longer. It is time to represent those who have elected you, not paid you to sit in office like the NRA. It is time to do your job, protect and defend the United States of America. We are not safe at schools. We are not safe at concerts. We are not safe at stadiums. And if you deny that, we challenge you to ask the families who lost their sons, mothers, fathers, friends, and daughters in Las Vegas, Orlando, Columbine, Sandy Hook, Aurora, and Parkland shootings. And the list could sadly go on.
Well, for me, it's because also my mom's a teacher. She teaches 5th grade. And I get scared for her life because she's the type of person to throw herself to save other kids. And she told me, she's like, Ellen, I love you and I don't want to send you to school, not knowing if you're going to come home. She's raised me, and every parent is scared of that. And she's raised me for 16 years, about to be 17, but she's raised me, and parents, they raise their kids to be successful, to do what they want to do in life, and this should be somewhere where we feel safe. This shouldn't be somewhere where I have to be scared, or she has to be scared, or anyone has to be scared for their life. And it's funny because if it was Congress or someone in the White House with higher power, they would do something, but it's kids like us and teenagers like us that are the ones dying and are the ones, just imagine being a mom and having to get that call saying that your daughter was shot and there's nothing you could do about it.
There's definitely a big injustice, kind of how, like she said, with if it was someone in Congress or if it was the president, they would get so much security, like Secret Service, everyone would be protecting them. We barely even have school security. They said that there's barely going to be funding for a campus police officer. That's ridiculous to me, and I don't want to say that's ridiculous, but that's really what it is.
Yeah, also just to bring awareness to the subject is very important.
Can I just say that immediately after the shootings, there were policymakers and politicians completely ignoring sort of the main issue there, and those tweets it's not time to make change, it's time to breathe. Well, these victims and victims' families, their loved ones, they don't want strangers' grief, as they don't want those strangers' opinions on their children.
They need action.
They didn't know them. They do need action. They need change, especially from these people in power that are not, they abuse their power, but also when they want to, they just don't use it at all.
And we're the ones at stake. It's not them, it's us. It's us children that go to school to get our education. We're the ones dying. We're the ones losing our lives. And for the families and the parents, imagine just getting that call. I just couldn't imagine it. My mom or his mom, his dad, your parents, I couldn't just imagine putting yourself in those shoes to know that you sent your kid to get an education and then they're the ones dying. Your baby that you've raised, that you've loved, you've put everything into, all your effort and compassion into, and you lose that one thing that means everything.
It's awful that they can't step into our shoes for 1 second and realize how we feel. They're so focused on protecting the Second Amendment, keeping their guns, and they're saying
And their money.
Yeah, money. Yeah. Guns don't kill people, people kill people, but if the people didn't have that option to go and get guns, then this wouldn't be happening.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And if now's not the time, when is?
Exactly.
When I'm dead,
how many
when my
more
favorite
people
teacher
have
is
to
dead.
die?
How many more
How
children
many
and
people?
teachers have to die before they can realize that this is a huge problem in America?
And most of us are not even 18, so we haven't even got to live life.
No.
And it's just so hypocritical. You can use a gun to kill somebody, but you can't drink a beer.
Yeah.
If that's 21, having a gun should be 21, especially because people could die from it. It's not just one person, it's many people.
Yeah.
And if you saw it yesterday, 7,000 pairs of shoes were placed in front of the White House to show how many victims have died from 2012 to now. 7,000, that's pairs. That means 7,000 families and 7,000 friends had to go through that and had to feel what it feels like to lose someone at such a young age that probably means everything to them. It's just, and to go back to school knowing that happened. How do you feel safe? How are we supposed to feel safe? We're the ones, and teachers and security guards. We're the ones getting hurt, not the people in Congress. We are. Our lives are at stake, not theirs.
There's just zero compassion in the White House. They can't feel for us. They don't understand how much it's affecting everyone. Like, you need an education to get places in life, but if you come to get an education and you get shot, you can't go anywhere.
Or
And-
you fear coming to school.
Right, right. If you're scared to come to school, you won't get a proper education. You can't get anywhere in life. It's, at this point, someone needs to do something, and the fact that like kids are standing up, that just means so much.
And we're gonna keep doing it.
Yeah.
I don't care if we have to, we're gonna do it every time, and we're gonna do it, and it's gonna get bigger and bigger, and we're gonna spread the word, and we're tired of it. We're tired of being scared to come to school. We could be the last ones. We could be, our school could get shot up. It's just, when is it gonna be enough? When are all these lives that are being lost, when is it gonna be enough, you know?
You know, and those arguments like we should arm teachers and don't take away my Second Amendment, those are essentially all cover-ups. And for some reason the government and those adults in power, they don't think we know what's actually going on, when truly it's pretty obvious that they want to protect their reputation or their magnified sense of authority for some reason, so they don't want us to take away their guns. But really, if you create gun restriction laws, then you won't have to be afraid of anyone else who have those weapons. And also the money that they're funneling into their own profits, it's insane. Like, you would think people would have a little bit of compassion, like, we know what's going on, but they just blatantly cover it up and excuse it as something that they can't do, or this is a terrible event, yeah, but we're not going to do anything because you can't prevent people from killing others.
And why are they putting more money into giving teachers guns? Why aren't we having police officers here to protect us? Why aren't we putting funding into mental health issues instead of taking rid of guns?
Yes, mental health. That's a big part, yeah.
Why can't they just understand? It's our lives. Like, I don't want to come to school being fair for my life. I'm here for my education. I'm here to get somewhere, just like as all these people are here for. We're not here to die. We're here to succeed in life, and I can't if I'm scared of turning the corner and being shot. Like,
And that's what we hope to change too in 2018 next year and 2020 and 2022, when everyone is out of high school and they realize that Congress, they're going to be outvoted because we are going to choose for what protects us and what protects what we've fought for this whole time. And that's the whole point of this walkout. It was to ensure that reform happens because we're tired of it, and we don't want our kids to go through any of what we've been going through, and the fear of going to school to learn, to get a good education, to get somewhere in life. So that's what we hope to accomplish with this walkout.